my name is Rylie. I'm going to be the Tuesday person here at the Rainy Day Writing Guild. For a quick introduction on me before I move on to the questions, I am an intensive care unit registered nurse. I work with critically ill patients and I love my job so much. But in my free time, I enjoy writing, especially in the young adult genre. Probably because I was recently a young adult myself, and I'll talk about that some more later in the questions. So with that brief introduction, I will go ahead and move on to the questionnaire. Question number 1, what is your favorite protagonist in a book? I have always been really drawn to really strong female characters. They can fight and they're really smart and they're just like really cool people. So those are in a lot of the young adult books I read. I don't even think I could list all of my favorites. For an example though, I know it's not a book, but Kim Possible was my favorite TV show growing up, and she was most definitely my role model, and characters like her were girls that I looked up to in books and in my life in general. Number 2, what is your favorite book series, or author? So I think my favorite book series, it's tied between 2. I really like the Gone series by Michael Grant. My second favorite would be the Study series by Maria V. Snyder. She is probably my favorite author, and those books have been especially fun to reread because I've seen new details as I've grown up. According to my other friend who also really enjoys these books and this author, there were 2 different editions of some of the books, both for young adult and actual adult sci-fi, so that might be some of it, or maybe just my 16-year-old self was so focused on getting back into the action and the drama that I missed some of the finer points of the books. So number 3, physical book versus ebook. I think they both have their pros and cons to it. I have really liked physical books just because it's so much easier to flip through the pages and get to something, but I really liked ebooks, especially for library books. I got to read a lot of books I don't think I would have otherwise because I just wanted something new to read right now, so I grabbed whatever was available. Number 4, pen and paper versus computer. Definitely, I have to go with computer. My handwriting is absolutely atrocious. It's just completely illegible. Number 5, what genre do you write in? I do write in young adult. I'm currently working on a young adult spy novel, partially inspired by the young adult series Young Bond by Charlie Hickson, which is like James Bond in high school. But I wanted to write kind of a spy novel because I enjoy reading spy novels and I enjoy watching spy movies, so that's where I am now. Number 6, what are your thoughts on the Oxford comma? I think it is absolutely necessary for clarity, and I think it also helps with the pacing of your sentences, especially if you're reading out loud. Number 7, do you write the period inside or outside the parentheses at the end of a sentence? I do it on the outside, and I think that goes along with like APA and MLA citation, and also for me it just feels a little less clunky to do it that way. Number 8, are you a dog or a cat person? Pretty close to 50-50 on the 2 of them, but I think probably more towards cat. Number 9, what is your greatest fear? Spiders absolutely terrify me. They always have. I wish I had grown out of that, but I haven't. Number 10, what is your zodiac sign? I'm a Libra. I'm not going to get too into my own personal beliefs on things like astrology, but I will say that I do agree with things that talk about Libras being people pleasers or kind of indecisive, because I do think I'm both of those. Number 11, what is your Myers-Briggs personality type? When I take this test, I almost always fluctuate between INTJ and ENTJ. Number 12, who would win in a fight, a werewolf or a vampire? I'm going to go with vampire, and that is based on nothing except for that 12-year-old part of me that really enjoyed Twilight and was like super into the vampire craze of the mid-2000s. 13, is free will real? I think so, but I do think maybe sometimes some kind of higher power or cosmic, whatever it may be, kind of nudges us where we want to go. I do think we have our own free will to make those kinds of choices, but maybe if we make the wrong turn on things that are really important, like where you go to college or where you live, someone might nudge you back onto the right path. Number 14, do you like to write with music or silence? Absolutely, I love to write with music in the background. I need to have some kind of background noise pretty much at all times. I especially love to write with Fall Out Boy. They're my absolute favorite band. That wasn't a question, but I had to sneak that in there. So with that, we are at the end of my video for this week. Tomorrow you get to hear from and maybe see Jake, and I hope you tune in to see us some more. Thank you. Bye!